Fundamentals of Programming Chapter 2 Basic C++. Course Layout Structure of C++. C++ IDE Sample Programs Basic Elements of C++ Data Types, Variables, and Constants Operators Precedence of Operator Rule. Structure of C++ Program Comments Preprocessor Directives Variable Declarations Prototype ESOF Functions. Content. Comment. Ignored by the compiler and Aryan lie intended for human readers. Single line comment anything after // until the end of the line wicket appears, is considered a comment. Multi-line comment anything enclosed by the pair / is considered a comment. Preprocessor directives give instructions to the compiler to pre-process the information before actual compilation starts. Begineth hashtag and only white space characters may appear before a preprocessor directive on a line. Preprocessor directives are not C++ statements suthaten no tendenes me colon, winky face. There are number of preprocessor directives supported by C++ like hashtag include hashtag define hashtag if, hashtag else hashtag line etc. Content. Variable declarations variable scope in C++ inside a function or a block which is called local variables declared outside of all the function and accessible from all functions including main function are known as global variables. Example. Content. Function prototype declaration of the function that tells the program about the type of the value or return it be the function and the number and type of arguments. Describes the function interface of the compiler by giving details such as the number and type of arguments and the type of return values. The prototype declaration looks just like a function definition except the type is nobody i.e. is code is missing. Example, intabsval, inta, insum, intun1 intun2, therefore a function prototype has the following parts, return type int name of the function some argument list, intun1 intun2. C++ IDE. The complete development cycle in C++ is write program, compile it program, source code, link program and execute, run it. Content. Writing a program to write a program in C++ should have to have one text editor use it to write the source x 2.c++ compiler and linker use it to produce the program. Therefore programming in C++ requires a text editor and a compiler. A text editor is a method to write coding and compiler is a program to assemble coding to a form that can be executed. Content. Compiling. A compiler examines your C code and checks for errors such as misspellings. If this or C code is correct, the compiler assembles it into what is known as object code, which is something a computer can understand. After you have a type it this or C code and have saved it the file, the compiler must be run against the source file. The compiler reads the source file, performs interpretation and produces an object file. The object file in its current form cannot be executed directly. Content. Linking combines the object file, S, plus an required library functions and classes to produce the program. The output of the linker if everything is successful is an executable program. This program is now ready to run. C++ programs are typically created by linking together only or more obj files with only or more libraries. A library is a collection of linkable files that were supplied with our compiler that you purchased separately or that you create then compiled. All C++ compilers come with a library of useful functions, or procedures, and classes that you can include in your program. Tip. Computer program that takes one or more objects generated by a compiler and combines them into a single executable program. Sample program. C++ has to contain a number of components, main function, some variable declarations, and executable statements. Example, 1 hashtag include ltstream.hgt2 void main, 3 4, 5 cutled hello world, \n, line 1 file stream. Is included in the file. The first character is hashtag symbol, which is a signal to the preprocessor. The preprocessor reads through our source C code looking for linus that beginneth pound symbol, hashtag, and accent those linus before the compiler runs. Include is a preprocessor instruction that says, what follows is a file name. Find that file and dread it in right here. Content. The file stream.h, input output stream, ISASED biko wikisists with writing toes Chrisen. Line 2 every C++ program is a main function. A function is a block of code that performs any or more reactions. When your program starts main, is called automatically. Line 3 all functions begin with an opening brace, and end with a closing brace. The brace is for the main function area in lines 3 and 5. Everything between the opening and closing brace is considered a part of the function. Line 4 is the output operator that directs the output of the screen. Line 5 the main function ends on line 6 with the closing brace. Input and output operation C++ uses a convenient abstraction called streams to perform input and output operations in sequential media such as the screen or the keyboard. A stream is an object where a program can either insert or extract characters to / from it. Standard output, COUD. By default, the standard output of a program is the screen and C++ stream object defined to access it is COUD. COUD is in conjunction with the insertion operator which is written as LTLT, two less than signs. Content. Cuddled output sentence / prints output sentence and screen cuddled 120, cuddleds. / prints number 120 on screen / prints the content of con screen feltelt operator inserts the data that follows it into the stream preceding it. The constant string output sentence the numerical constant 120 and variable xinth of standard output stream co. Content. Inc ++ a new line character can be specified as \n cuddled first sentence \n cuddled second sentence \n third sentence. First sentence. Second sentence. Third sentence. Additionally, toda new line also is a Thendel manipulator. Example, COUD LTLT first sentence LTLT and L, COUD LTLT second sentence LTLT and L. Content. Standard input, CIN, the standard input device usually the keyboard. Handling standard input in C++ is done by applying the overloaded operator of extraction, GTGT, on the SYN stream. Intage, syncage. The first statement declares a variable of type ain't called the second waits for an input from scene, the keyboard, in order to store it in this integer variable. Content. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 /i/o example hashtag include the streamed int main, inti, COUD LTLT please enter an integer value, CINGTGTI, COUD LTLT the value you entered is LTLTI, COUD LTLT and its double is LTLTI *2 LTLT.\n, return 0, please enter an integer value, 702 the value you entered is 702 and its double is 1404. Content. Using Contourquist Marathonon datum input from Theaser, sync tagged, is equivalent to, syncta, synced. Note in TheoStream C++ library standard input and output operations for a program are supported by two data streams. Sin for input which is normally assigned for the keyboard for output which is normally directed os Chrisen. Basis elements 1. Keywords, reserved words, have an equal meaning within a C++ program. These symbols their reserved words must not be used for any other purposes. All reserved words are in lowercase letters. Content. ASM auto bool break case catch const _ cast class const char continue default dynamic _ cast do double delete else enum explicit extern false float for friend go to if inline int long mutable namespace new operator private protected public reinterpret _ cast register return short sign size of static _ cast static struct switch template this throw true try type def type it type name union unsigned using virtual void volatile _ t. Content. 2. Identifiers name associated with the function or data object tangent for the thought function or data object. An identifier must start with a letter or _ consistently of letters the digits 0-9 or the symbol _ not preserved word. The following are valid identifiers, the following are invalid identifiers. length days underscore in underscore year dataset 1 profit 95 int underscore pressure first underscore 1 days in year 1 data int first dot val throw my underscore best no hashtag best wish. Conted. 3 dot literals constant values which can be number a character of fast string. Exemplet a number 129.005 the character a and the string hello world area literals. 4. Comments a piece of descriptive a text which explains some aspect of a program. Program comments are totally unordbathy compiler and lie intended for human readers. Anything after / until the doft he linean wicket appears, is considered a comment. Anything enclosed bathy pair / and / is considered a comment. Variables, data types, and constants. Variables a symbolic name for a mere location in which data can be stored and subsequently recalled. Variables are used for holding data values so that they can be utilized in various computations in a program. All variables have two important attributes, a type which is established when the variable is defined, e.g. integer float character. Once defined, the type of a C++ variable cannot be changed. A value which can be changed by assigning a new value to the variable. The kind of values a variable can assume depends on its type. Example: an integer variable can take integer values, e.g. 2, 100-12, not real numbers like 0.123. Conted. Declaring a variable. Defining, creating, a variable. You create or define a variable by stating its type followed by only or more spaces followed by the variable name and a semicolon. The variable name can be virtually any combination of letters but cannot contain space and the first character must be a letter or an underscore. Variable names cannot also be the same as keywords as at C++. The following statement defines an integer variable called int age. Note a declaration always ends with a semicolon. Conted. Creating more than one variable at a time. Create marethanoni variable of t type a known statement by writing the type and the variable name separated by commas. Example: int age my weight, long area width length, / point variable / 3 long variables my age and me weight area declared as integer variables. The second line declares 3 individual long variables name at area, width and length. Note: keep in mind that you cannot mix types in a definition statement. Conted. Assigning values to your variables. Assign a value to variable using the assignment operator, smiley face, int width equals 5, combine adhesive steps and initialize width. When you define it by writing int width equals 5, define marethanoni variable at a time. You can initialize marethanoni variable at creation. Example: / create two variables and initialize them int width equals 5 length equals 7, initialized integer variable width to the value 5 and the length variable to the value 7. It is possible to even mix definitions and initializations. Int me age equals 39, your age his age equals 40. These example creates 3 type int variables and did initializes the first and third. Conted. Basic data types. Data comes in various types: numerical, alphabetical, boolean, and soon 1. Integers. Integers are wholly numbers like 5, 0, and 7. They do not have fractional components, such as 5.5, 7.3, 3.2. C++ represents integers with the keyword int. Each time int is included in a C++ program, it means an integer value. Conted. 2. Floats use it to define a numerical data which may or may not include a fractional value and thus may or may not have a decimal point. Floats require more memory than integers and are implemented in C++ using the float keyword. 3. Boolean numerical data whose value can be either 1 or 0 corresponding to true or false or 1 or off respectively. Booleans are indicated in C++ with the keyword bool. 4. Char letters and other symbols that can appear in a keyboard such as A, B, and at. Character data type stores data in the context of a character rather than a number. The keyword for a character in C++ is char. Conted. Constants in C++ something just set to be constant when it does not change. Constants in programming therefore represent quantities that cannot change throughout the duration of a program. To create constants, a programmer must declare them using the const keyword. The compiler the data type if t constant to be created, in flowchart etc. Ideally the name will be indicative of the data it represents such as age, name and date etc. Operators and operators symbols that performs an action on only or more objects. There are different piece of operators: assignment operators, arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, increment/decrement operators. Counted. Assignment operators use it for storing a value at some memory location, typically denoted by a variable. Its left operand should be a value and its right operand may be an arbitrary expression. The latter is evaluate then the outcome is stored in t location denoted by the value operator. Example equivalent to equals n equals 25 n equals 25 plus equals n plus equals 25 n equals n plus 25 dash equals n dash equals 25 n equals n. 25 equals n equals 25 n equals n asterisk 25 slash equals n slash equals 25 n equals n slash 25% equals n percent equals 25 n equals n percent 25. The assignment operator serves to assign a value to variable. Example, m plus equals n equals p equals 10 slash slash means m equals m plus n equals p equals 10. Counted. Arithmetic operators. Operators set for arithmetic are called naturally enough arithmetic operators. Operator name example and addition 12 plus 4.9, subtraction 3.98 to 4 asterisk multiplication 2 asterisk 3.4 slash division 9 slash 2.0% remainder 13% 3. The percent operator, also call it the modulos operator, may look familiar. It returns the remainder in division. In the expression 5 plus 2 the n sinus the operator and 5 and 2 each is an operand. Counted. The addition operator. The program uses addition operator to two operands total and added. Their resulting sum is then assigned to total which no reflects the number of all students in the course both pre-registered and added. Counted. Relational operators. Their result of a relational expression is a Boolean value depicted as either true or false. Operator name example equals equality 5 equals 5 slash slash gives 1, equals inequality 5, equals 5 slash slash gives 0 lt less than 5 lt 5.5 slash slash gives 1 lt equals less than or equal 5 lt equals 5 slash slash gives 1 gt greater than 5 gt 5.5 slash slash gives 0 gt equals greater than or equal 6.3 gt equals 5 slash slash gives 1. Relational operators. Counted. Logical operators. C++ provides three logical operators for combining logical expression. Relational operators. Logical operators evaluate at 1 or 0. Operator name example. Logical negation, 5 equals 5, slash slash gives 0 and logical on 5 lt6 and 6 lt6 slash slash gives 1 logical 5 lt6 6 lt5 slash gives 1. Logical operators. The logical operators are sometimes called compound relational operators. As C++ precedence table house relational operators take precedency over logical operators when you combine them. Counted. Bitwise operators. C++ provides 6 bitwise operators for manipulating the individual bits in an integer quantity. Operator name bitwise negation and bitwise or caret bitwise exclusive or lt bitwise left shift gt bitwise right shift. Counted. Increment / decrement operators. The auto increment, plus and auto decrement, dash operators provide a convenient way of respectively adding and subtracting one from a numeric variable. If int k equals 5, operator name example plus auto increment, prefix, plus k plus 10 / gives 16 plus auto increment, postfix, k plus 10 / gives 15 auto decrement, prefix, k plus 10 / gives 14 auto decrement, postfix, k plus 10 / gives 15 increment and decrement operators. The same output would occur if I substitute th statement plus num for num plus. Counted. Precedency of operator. Relational operators have higher precedence than assignment operators and lower precedence than arithmetic operators. Example 10 plus 20 30 is calculate this 10 plus 20 30 and note as 10 plus 20 asterisk 30. Operators in the same row have equal precedence. The associativity of relational operators of equal precedences from left to right. Content. In fixed notation x and y operators are written in between higher operands. This is the usual way we write expressions. Example a asterisk, b and c, slash d. Postfix notation, also known as reverse Polish notation. X, y plus operators are written after higher operands. The fix expression given above is equivalent to abc plus d slash example. The plus above uses b and c. We can add, totally unnecessary, brackets to make this explicit. A, b, c plus, d slash, the asterisk uses that will use immediately preceding, a and the result of addition. Similarly the slash uses the result of multiplication and d.